announcement. For passengers, please make sure they have their belongings on them at all times. Any unattended baggage will be taken by police and destroyed.
We have been sent a ticket to fly from Cape Town to Joburg to go and check out a product launch of something that's new, that's going to be hitting the South African market. But right now, I've got a flight to go and catch. Woke up at 2 o'clock this morning because I live out in the country. It takes a little time to get through to Cape Town International, but we're excited. Red-eye flight. Let's do this thing. Of the warehouse. You can see the rain in the background there. It's hot, it's humid, but damn, it's exciting to be here because we're here at On The Deck exploring their new products from MoistureShield Composite Decking and Trex Composite Decking. Now, On The Deck is a fairly new importer distributor who have really been disrupting the market and really caught our attention, and we wanted to know more.
It's not what I need, it's not what I feel. Break it down, break it down. Break it down, break it down. I'm gonna get a new one. I'm gonna get a new one. Break it down, break it down. Break it down, break it down. I'm gonna get a new one. I'm gonna get a new one. Just do it all.
Here is Composite Decking, Trex and MoistureShield, and if you don't know what Trex or MoistureShield is, you can go and Google it. They're two of the most premium composite deck manufacturers in the world. Like, this is high grade stuff. This is the stuff that can handle South African and African conditions. Like water, sunlight, it's not gonna fail on you. It is the good stuff. You know, when we've explored composite decking in the South African market in the past, you know, unfortunately we've been exposed to a lot of products that weren't ideally suitable for our conditions. The products can't handle the UV, they can't handle the moisture, the sunlight, the heat. So a lot of products have failed. But there are a couple of products that have been very successful. Two of them being Trex and MoistureShield. Now, Trex and MoistureShield are both imported and distributed by On The Deck company. We're going to be looking into some of their new products that have just been launched and actually quite affordable for an American product and a little bit of a disruptor. So we're looking forward to exploring this product with you, and we're going to do a little bit more back in the studio because I've got a flight to catch back home. Today I am focusing on composite decking and how you can maybe give you some tips on how you can identify older variants of composite decking in the marketplace which unfortunately are failing or not as robust compared to where products are going, okay, and maybe where products have arrived. Composite decking, we started off in the marketplace with this stuff, okay, or variants like this. This is just an example thereof, and basically that was high density polyethylene plastic with a organic compound, either bamboo or oak or whatever, and they were mixed up. They made up a beautiful extruded deck variant in a whole lot of different colors. And yeah, initially we were all super excited about it, but unfortunately, after putting a few 100,000 square meters down, products started to fail. And why did they fail? Well, this product is plastic, it moves around a little bit, and high density polyethylene, it's brittle. So when you start putting holes in the center and you start trying to put screws through it, it was breaking, it was fracturing. So this product, what would happen is that with the high density, it was really hard to fix down, and if it tried to move, it would crack or break. I've got an example here where I've driven a nail through it, and you can actually see how the force has just cracked the surface. Okay, there's no give in this plastic whatsoever. It is strong, it is brittle, and unfortunately when you start installing this product in our natural environment, because of the organic compounds, it attracts mold. So it has no mold inhibitors in it whatsoever. Also, it lost a lot of color. So you go put down a brown deck and you come back 6 months later after a nice summer and it is light brown. It's a problem. It really is a problem. It wasn't standing up to the requirements, and if you're looking at something like this, it's actually much better to go for an existing deck varietal or a hardwood, but we don't want to do that because obviously we want to try and save trees, so products needed to evolve. We took the holes out. Okay, so same product, same ingredients, same rigidity, but we took the holes out. So you didn't have that fixing component, but you still had the mold, you still had the loss of color, and very brittle. Okay, so then we moved on and we thought, okay, well, what's the way around this? Well, why don't we cap the surface, okay, with PVC with no organic compounds? Then the mold's not going to want to attack it, and we can keep it clean. We can put anti-scratch, anti-UV, all that good stuff. And then also we can retain the color. We can put stronger UV inhibitors in there, and it's going to stay more beautiful. It's going to stay the way we want it. So what happened? Okay, so we've got a variant like that. It's still polyethylene, but unfortunately it's still brittle, okay, and it's a high density, and then you try and put the PVC capping on top of it, and there's two different densities, and they're not actually fusing together. You know, you can get your nail in there and you can actually start peeling it off. So I peeled off this side. So what happens is that now you go and you cut a board, moisture ingress, movement, your boards start peeling. No good. That doesn't work. All right, so then products move on. Okay, now you got another a couple of different varietals of products that are evolving on the side here. So here's an example. This one, this is MoistureShield. This is what we call first generation MoistureShield. So this stuff has got high density and low density polyethylene, and also, it also has oak component, organic component. So what happens here is that all those organic components were totally encapsulated. So this is great stuff. You know, you can put this in your deck, going into the water, around the pool. It can get wet. It could be in water. It could be underwater. It's not going to cause the organic compounds to, or the natural fibers to expand or swell. And, you know, you're going to get your bang for your buck. But the problem with this is it still has the organic compound or those natural fibers exposed to the surface, which attracts that black mold. Also, the color, it did fade also quite a bit. So, you know, it still also wasn't an ideal product. But I just want to demonstrate with this example that I have is that I drove a nail into that, and you can see, boom, 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 because of the low density polyethylene, it has a little bit of give, it has a little bit of wiggle. It has a little bit of like, woohoo! And what that does is allows it that when you are fixing it down and it is going through a little bit of expansion contraction, it is allowed to have a little bit of give. It's not going to fracture and break and get destroyed. So this product is very robust and stable within the marketplace, but it still has that black mold. So this has also moved on. Okay, so now we have the next generation, generation 2. Again, this is MoistureShield. What they've done now is that they've also put a cap on the surface. Now this is a spray-on cap. It's got all that lovely UV stuff. It is got all the color retention. So this color goes down, this color stays down. It's not going to get the black mold. It's easy to clean. It's high scratch resistant. You know, this is fantastic. But unfortunately, with all this technology, okay, it does become a little bit more expensive compared to those first generation options. So people are saying, oh, you know, like second generation cost versus first generation. Like, it is not a compromise. It's not even a choice. If you want your deck to last, you've got to go with the better value product. Your deck is going to stay rigid. It's going to stay solid. It's not going to expand and contract. You're not going to get wavy lines. It's not going to go black. It's not going to fade. It's just like, hey, this is what you want. But there's an option, okay? You've got Trex. Now Trex, Same, different, also highly stable, also got an encapsulated surface. Now, this one is not a spray-on one, this is co-extrusion. So what happens is that when this lovely stuff is mixed up and it gets extruded out, the top and the bottom layer are extruded out at the same time. So they actually fuse together. So they're not going to peel apart when you cut the board and you start exposing it to moisture and temperature and all those other good things. Now, I know there are the technical buffs out there who have been selling this stuff for years and years, and you're saying, well, Barry, it's not exactly the right technical term. I know, I'm just a noob or a beginner when it comes to this stuff, but I've been advised by the best in the game, and I've also Googled this, okay? And now I know, hey, there's a whole lot of information out there on Google, but I've got my sources, and this is the good stuff. Because it is fused on the top. It's got the color retention, it's got the grip, it's got the 95% recycled content, it's stable. Your purchase is safe when you look at these kind of stable products. Guys, the information is out there. Go to a third party, go and Google it. Go and do a couple of different reputable reviews of the product. Don't just go to one installer or one retailer who's only going to show you the product that he has an affiliation for. You've got to protect yourself when you go and you choose these products, because there's a lot of products out in the marketplace that fail, that cannot handle good old South African conditions. You know, we can be a little bit harsh, we can be a little bit rough, and sometimes even cheesy. Those new MoistureShield, Trex, etc. are a little bit more expensive than the first generation options, and people are saying, well, gee, it's a little bit outside my wallet range. Do you have anything a little bit cheaper? Because we are like a little bit price orientated market. Yes, we do. It has just been launched. That's the reason why I flew up, is dun dun dun, we've got this product. Dun dun dun. This is the new one from Trex. This is the Enhance range, and basically it's got all the good stuff that we found in the top of the range, except they weeded out some of the volume. Okay, that brings the cost price down, and now this is equivalent to an existing hardwood deck or those first generation prices. Yes, okay, this is like, you get that cap surface, you get the encapsulation, you get the UV color retention, you get the no mold, you got it all in one, mum. So this is why we're so excited, because we've got another surprise for you, because this is like where it's all at. Okay, we thought, well, let's take advantage of this, and because we're having a party, it's my birthday. Woo-hoo! Anyway, we have a giveaway. So 2,000 rands worth of prizes, 1,500 rands worth of cash straight to you. Just follow the little link and do the little thingies, and 1,500 rand, it could be yours. And we're going to add on to that a 500 rand voucher for the Flooring Africa directory, and you can upgrade and make it your full portfolio and really secure the business. This is exciting. Maybe not that exciting. I hope you got a little bit of a gist of what's going on there, but we will be writing a technical article on LinkedIn, and we are going to follow this up with a full review of the Trex product and a full review of the MoistureShield product, because we want to know more and we want to educate you.